Hello, in this video, I am going to brainstorm an essay topic with you in a comprehensive manner. This topic was asked in the year 2023. In this video, we will learn the following things: how to structure an essay, what should be the introduction, what should be the body, what should be the conclusion, how to inculcate examples in the body itself, how to start with a quotation. We will also learn how to bring examples from various fields. So let's directly dive into the topic. This is the question paper of the year 2023. Following four topics were asked in the section B of the question paper. I am going to discuss with you the very first topic, that is, girls are weighed down by restrictions, boys with demands, two equally harmful disciplines. I am going to now brainstorm this topic and going to give an idea about the various examples that can be thought upon. Here, firstly, we have to understand the two keywords. Firstly, the restrictions that are imposed on the girls and the demands that are imposed on the boys, and how these two things hamper the growth of both boys and girls. As soon as I see the word restrictions, the first example that pops my mind is Malala Yousaf, a Pakistani activist who fought for the rights of the education of the girls. Also, I think this is the most relatable example when the word restrictions come into our mind. Though Malala is a modern example, we can also think from the point of view of mythology, where the goddess Sita was made to undergo various tests in order to prove her sanctity. So that could be a different example. We can also think from the field of history, where Razia Sultan faced huge resistance from Chahal Ghani just because she was a woman. So basically, the society was so patriarchal that they were not willing to accept a woman as their leader. So these were the kind of restrictions you can think of. Even in the field of sports today, we know that Geeta and Babita Phogat had to undergo a number of resistances from the society. Here we can use the example of Prince Harry, who has openly mentioned how he faces a different kind of emotional toll because of the expectations that the society places on a prince, or the expectations that the society places on a boy. We can also bring the dimension of the patriarchal structure of the society, where always the boy is expected to play the role of a breadwinner. We can also provide the evidence of a pressure that a boy undergoes during his teenage years by mentioning how the suicide rate in the teenage boys is far more than the teenage girls. We can also bring examples from movies, how various Bollywood movies and web series show the demand is always on a boy child to bring out the best for the family, to act as a sole guardian of the family. Here we can also mention the example of the film that is 12th Fail, where a boy from a lower middle class is going through a toiling journey in order to make a career for himself, in order to provide for his family. We can also mention how the agricultural structure of a society, especially after the Green Revolution, favors a boy child over a girl child because boy child are often associated with carrying forward the lineage of the family. So we can add various examples from various fields. We just need to think upon them. But many of us face a problem in structuring the essay. So now I'll show how to structure the essay, how to make it flowy, how to use the connecting words. So moving forward, I have framed certain paragraphs for you, a proper beginning for you, what should the body be like. So let's analyze it. So whenever an essay is asked that relates to the gender parity in society, equality in society, or opportunities for women, we can use this particular quote by Michelle Obama. No country can ever truly flourish if it stifles the potential of its women and deprives itself of the contribution of half of its citizens. After mentioning the quotation, and in case if you don't want to mention a quotation or you are not comfortable with using quotation, you can also start with a story. For example, I gave you the example of Malala Yousaf. So if I had to mention Malala in a story, I would have started it like that. A young girl with dreams and aspirations in her eyes, who wanted to learn and educate herself and others, was severely restricted by the society because of the societal norms and the various parameters that are imposed on a girl child. And she was none other than Malala Yousaf. So if you start your essay like this, it leaves a very impactful beginning in the mind of the examiner. After writing the introduction, we can move to the body. I've already mentioned that the body should be flowy, there should be a proper structure, and it should be in the paragraph format. So the first paragraph could be like this. Girls often encounter a myriad of restrictions imposed by the societal norms, cultural expectation, and sometimes institutionalized discrimination. These three keywords holistically put across why these restrictions exist in the society. Institutionalized either through the religion, either through the family, either through the schooling. There are various ways that the discrimination is institutionalized. For example, the sati was institutionalized in a society because of the structure of the society. Boys, on the other hand, contend with pressures rooted in the expectations of performance, stoicism, and societal roles. So you need to mention certain keywords in your essay that shows why the following things exist. It is because of the institutions, it is because of the structures, it is because of the norms in the society. So after mentioning all these things in a single paragraph, you can see that I have kept the paragraph short. Now moving on to the next paragraph, this is how the connecting words are to be used. I have written from a young age. Girls may be conditioned to conform to traditional gender roles. They might be discouraged from pursuing certain interests or careers deemed more suitable for boys. This can limit their opportunities for personal growth and professional development. And you can see because I have started with a quotation. So I have, instead of mentioning the Malala story in the beginning, I have mentioned it here. Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani activist known for advocating girls' education. Malala's activism stemmed from the oppressive restrictions placed on the girls' education in her region, where cultural and regional norms dictated that girls should not receive schooling beyond a certain age or level. So you can see that even this paragraph is not long enough. And if you want to change a paragraph, you can even change it from here and put Malala's story in another paragraph. Moving on to the next paragraph, again you can see the use of the connecting word, despite. Despite strides in education, girls may still face subtle or overt biases that discourage academic or career ambitions. They may receive less encouragement in the field of science, technology, engineering, maths. You would be knowing, even today, the girls' participation in engineering colleges is very meager. Whereas boys may face pressure to excel academically and pursue careers that are traditionally seen as more prestigious or lucrative, regardless of their personal interests or strengths. So that is the kind of pressure that the society puts on a boy child. So you would be seeing that after covering a point for girl, I am putting a point for boys, and I am trying to maintain a neutral balance instead of favoring any one gender. And here I have put the example of Prince Harry, who has been in the public eye from a young age because of his royal status. And he has spoken openly about the emotional toll of being a part of the British royal family and the pressures of conforming to our traditional expectations. And this is approximately 3 pages of the essay. So in a similar manner, you can write the remaining body. You have now understood what the beginning should be like, what should be the flow, how to use the connecting words. Now I'll brief you a little about what should a conclusion look like. Your conclusion should be of about 1 to 2 pages, that is 2 to 3 paragraphs. So in conclusion, while the specific challenges faced by the girls and boys may differ, both are burdened by the societal expectations that can have a profound and detrimental effects. So here also we have maintained a neutral stand. And your conclusion should be solution oriented. Always it should be solution oriented. So addressing these issues require challenging stereotypes, promoting inclusivity, fostering environments where individuals can thrive regardless of gender. In today's world, we require gender parity. So by recognizing and actively working to dismantle these harmful norms, we can create a more equitable society where everyone has the freedom to pursue their passions and fulfill their potential. Also, even in the conclusion, you can provide a quotation that properly sums up the essay. That is about gender parity. That is about a society where we treat the men and women equally, where there is no distinction on the basis of the gender. You can also mention about the various SDG goals in your essay. You can also talk about how the restrictions are imposed on a girl child and they are made to undergo child marriages. Or you can mention about the problem or the phenomena of dowry, purda system, sati system. So you can bring various examples, and that is how a essay should be like. It should be flowy, it should be interconnected, it should be readable, it should not be boring at the first place. So I'll keep bringing more videos in order to brainstorm different essay topics. Also, because some of you have texted me to create a channel for the same, I'll create a channel soon. Thank you.